What is going on, Mad Spideyverse? It's your boy, Mad Spidey here. Thank you for tuning into my channel again. So today, I have a couple of parcels, which means we're going to do a mail call today. So, Mad Mail Call! Let's go. Alright, so yes, I've been a little bit naughty again, and I've hit the Facebook comic groups. Yeah. It's not like you see these big boxes and you think, oh, there's probably going to be like 20, 30 books in there. I did question the guy. It's from these two are from the same seller, just two different sales. And he just said he prefers to, send them in bigger boxes just for a bit more protection. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Even though I think there's only like 2 books in one and 3 books in the other. But yeah, so I've been a bit naughty, and yeah, as I said, I bought some books. So now, in saying that, whether you've heard me use the term or not before, I know I've mentioned on live streams, and I've mentioned on a couple of videos, but not many. I have a thing called a Jinx book. Now, a Jinx book for me is a book that I've gone after, obviously, on a like on eBay or the Facebook Australian comic groups. That have been in an auction format that I've bid it on, and I've always been pipped at the post and lost at the last second. Especially on Facebook, because Facebook it's very hard because they will cut off comments at a certain time and say, okay, finishing 8 o'clock Tuesday or whatever it happens to be. So pretty much, yeah, like if you try and bid at the last second to try and snipe it, if you like miss that cut-off time or whatever like that, it will not let you bid. It's pretty much the same as eBay, but eBay you can see the counter ticking down, whereas eBay you can't. Facebook you can't. You're pretty much just going on the clock, and it's like, I don't really know how long there is to go. Do I bid? How much do I bid? And yeah, it's a little bit hard. And yeah, the Jinx books, I have probably 3 or 4 main Jinx books that I have. That I've gone after multiple times, lost every time. But in saying that, my biggest Jinx book, and not biggest as in dollar-wise, in my biggest one as in I've gone after that many times, is in this pile. Finally got that Jinx book. So it's not a big boy book, it's a key. It's not a big boy book, but it's a book that I've, tried to get for quite a few many years now and always been unsuccessful, and yeah, finally got it. So anyway, waffled on long enough. Let's get into the first one. This one should be easy to get into, in theory. Alrighty, actually puts a tax invoice, a written tax invoice. Okay. Seeing that I've already paid it, it doesn't really matter too much, but it's probably for his record, so he can keep a track of what books he has and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, this is crap. It looks like he's got pull tabs. You can see all the painter's tape, but he's literally taped all around everywhere. So yeah, this is going to be a little annoying. Ugh. How do you even get into it without bloody destroying the books? Yeah, this is not exactly the best way to pack stuff. Tell you what, if there's ever a reason to not buy off a seller again, this would be it. I've always said, look, I don't mind if they go overboard on packing, but it's got to be fairly simple to get into. Like, it doesn't matter whether it's wrapped a million times with bubble wrap and you just take one bit of tape off and then you can just unwrap it. That's fine. But don't tape like every single side where it's going to take you like a ridiculous amount of time to get into the book. Yeah, so I'm going to have to like fully dissect these to rebag and board them. So yeah, it's not exactly the best thing. But anyway, but I can still show the books at least. The first one, like, there was a couple of people doing some horror-based auctions, and as you know me, I'm going after my Tomb of Dracula and Werewolf by Night run. Unfortunately, the only books of those two runs that they had I already had, so I didn't have to worry about that. But there was sort of another small group of books that I was eyeing off, and one of them was one of the Jinx books. But this one also caught my eye. I'm like, I don't generally go after the monsters on the prowl and the Frankensteins and the living mummies and stuff like that. Like, I have a couple, but it's not something that I'm actively going after. But this one sort of caught my eye, and it's a number 1 too. So it's Supernatural Thrillers featuring It, number 1. So I don't know what it was that I just really love the cover. Like, I'm pretty sure it's a Steranko cover, actually. But yeah, I really love the cover. So I just went, I'll just put in a minimum bid, and nobody else bid on it, and I got it. So I was super, super happy with that. So just something a little bit, I'm not going to go collecting the run or anything like that. It was just something that caught my eye, and I thought, it's Bronze Age Marvel horror, I'm going for it. So I thought, yep, add that to the collection. And the second book from this particular seller is Strange Tales number 170, featuring Brother Voodoo. Now this is, I believe, the second appearance of Brother Voodoo. So I was able to win this, and obviously if you do put 1 and 1 together, and you'll get, 169, the first appearance of Brother Voodoo. So Strange Tales 169 is one of my Jinx books. I've gone after it multiple times. It's a book I really want, and I've just not been able to lock it down, and I missed out again. I ended up missing out right at the last second by like $1 or $2 or something like that. It really annoyed me. I really wanted that book. That was the only real book that I wanted in this sale, but I did bid on the second appearance, and I ended up winning that. So that was pretty cool. So I will take a small win in that sort of aspect. At least it's one less book to worry about. All right, now we'll get into the boxes. I think I'll go this one first. Hopefully I've done this in the order that I wanted to do it in. Now we'll see. I've never bought off this guy before, even though I bought off, I think he did 3 sales like within a week, and I bought off him all 3 times. First time, and then I just told him to send it, and then the second time he said he's going to be doing another sale, so I said, look, just hold off. I think there was only 1 or 2 books anyway, so I told him to hold off. He's just put a little bit of tape on these, so that's not too bad. Cool. So I just told him to hold off. We'll wait till the next lot, and that's exactly what I did. All right, let's have a look. Oh, that one doesn't even have a board on it. Okay. All right, so in this lot, this was from the first sale that he did that I obviously noticed him. A couple of run fillers, but some cool old school books. So we've got Submariner number 63. This is the one without a board in it for some strange reason. They're sort of mid to low grade, but that doesn't worry me. So that's another one off my my Submariner run. This one's got a bit of marking all over it and whatever, but I picked it up pretty cheap. So Submariner number 60. You can see the big black texture marks and things like that there, but yeah, I picked it up for like $3 or $4 or whatever it is. So I was like, for that and to help fill up another spot out of the run, I'll take it any day. And I've said it quite a few times before, like, I love my jewel books, Tales of Suspense, Journey into Mystery, you know, Tales to Astonish, all that sort of stuff. But I also love my Bronze Age, like the Marvel Premiere, Marvel Spotlight, Marvel Superheroes. Like, I love those sort of runs as well. So I've slowly been pegging away at some of those. Sticking in with the sort of the horror theme, we've got Marvel Spotlight number 24, featuring on the Son of Satan, so Damon Hellstrom. So that was a book I did not have in my Marvel Spotlight run, so I picked that up at a reasonable price. So I thought, yes, thank you very much. And I've also sort of thought I don't have enough of the original volume, or the Johnny Blaze original volume of Ghost Rider. Obviously, I still need number 1, which is, yeah, it's a hard book to find over here and an expensive book. It's a book I really, really want, along with that goddamn Spotlight 5, but, you know, that's another story. But I picked up a bit of a run filler here, so unless it's a key that I don't know of. But Ghost Rider, so that's from Volume 1, number 29. Bit of Doctor Strange action in there as well. So yeah, I really need to start diving into my Volume 1 Ghost Rider run again, because I really don't have that many issues. But the semi sort of, like, it's a key. It's a book I've wanted for a while, but I didn't want to, like, pay the usual price that you get over here, because this book usually goes for $100 or more. I was happy to pay $50-$60 at most, but I was able to pick this up at a reasonable price, and it's a book I've wanted for a while, and it is Moon Knight number 1, which I believe is also the first appearance of Bushmaster, but this is Moon Knight's first solo series, number 1. So a lot of people already have this book, but yeah, it's just a book that commands a lot of dollars over here for some stupid reason. Like, I know there was a bit of the hype when the show came out, but it's like, at the end of the day, it's a book I wanted, but I didn't want to pay stupid prices, so I just waited, and then I was able to get it now. So that was a nice little pickup. So that was from the first sale, and these will be a culmination of the second and third sale. Can't remember how many books it was all up. I think it might only be like 3 or 4 books. Might have only picked up maybe 1 from one sale, or it might be 4 books, maybe 2 and 2. I can't remember anyway. Get rid of this bubble wrap. Alright, has this one got tape on it? Looks like it's just on the bottom and the top. It's a little bit easier to deal with. Yep. Yeah, I know there was some tape on the sides. Yeah. I'll get there eventually. There we go. Obviously, I don't want this video going too long, but it already has. God's sake. I wish the sellers in Australia would watch Rob Fatstack's video on how to actually pack comics. It would definitely make things a lot easier. Let's go there, there. Go there, and there. Alright. Yeah, so there's actually a few books here. So it's about 10 books roughly. So first off, let's get rid of some of that tape. So some run fillers, but some cool old school books. I have been saying that I want to get some more old school Captain America and Hulk, because I don't really have a lot. So I did pick up Hulk 139. Very cool looking cover. Looks like he's gonna go like Battle Royale style against some big baddies there. I thought this was a really cool cover. It's a little bit later than I usually buy for Thor, but it was just such a cool cover that I thought, yep, I'll just pick that up. It's only a couple of dollars, so Thor 272. I know my boy Remy Q will like that. So I thought that was cool. Definitely add that to the collection. I did pick up one slightly old school cap. So Captain America 121. I thought I'd pick that up cheap enough. I'll add that to the collection. This is a book that I've had my eye on a little bit, but you don't see it come up often over here. But a very classic sort of cover. I know they even made statue with this back in the early days. I think it might have been done by either Dynamic Forces or Claiborne Moore or one of those sort of companies back around like the Bowen days. And this is Uncanny X-Men 122, which was the Trial of Colossus. So, like, it's actually a fairly decent copy, except for that, obviously that black mark up there, but it's actually a decent copy. But yeah, it's just a book I don't see very often pop up, and, you know, slightly on the radar. But yeah, something I definitely wanted to pick up, so I picked that up fairly reasonable. The other one I've always been saying lately too is that I wanted to get some more old school Daredevil books. I achieved obviously getting my sub 10 Daredevil book and the con that I went to about a month ago, but I was able to pick up in the third sale some old school Daredevil. So got Daredevil number 32. So it looks like that's what, Mr. Hyde or something like that possibly. Yeah, either Mr. Hyde, I could see Serpent Society dude in the background there, so maybe a combination of the both. Daredevil number 28. So some nice old school classic Silver Age covers. Daredevil 25. Enter the Leapfrog. Whether this is the first appearance of Leapfrog or something, I've got no idea. But yeah, just some cool old school Daredevil books. And the last book. The last book is the Jinx book, which obviously I did on purpose. Build up the suspension. Not that I'm really suspenseful, but you know. Yeah, this book I've gone after. I can't remember how many times. It'd be at least 6 or 7. This might be the 8th or 9th time. Might be the 5th time. I can't remember. I've gone after this book a lot and never been able to nail it down until now. And this is the cheapest. So if I had won any of the other ones, I would have paid a lot more than what I paid for this now. I actually won this at a reasonable price for what I expected. But it is Daredevil 168, the first appearance of Elektra. So super, super happy to finally get it. Finally knock this Jinx book on the head and finally get it. So super, super happy to finally get this book. So yeah, it's taken me long enough. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, whatever, 20 times. I don't know. I've gone after it quite a few times and never been able to nail it down until now. So that is all the books that I picked up. So a nice little stack of some silver and Bronze Age goodness. So yeah, so awesome. So thank you very much if you stuck around all the way to the end. I thought maybe 10 minutes at most, but that packing was horrible. You know I always do #full unboxings. So yeah, thanks anyway for watching. If you watched all the way to the end, I greatly appreciate it. Do all the usual YouTube stuff. Hit the thumbs up on the way out. Leave a comment if you want to, even if it's more information about the books that I might not have mentioned. But please hit that subscribe button down below. The one that says subscribe, just hit that one. That would be greatly appreciated. So anyway, once again, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and Spidey out.